How's it going, mates? Subscribe, hit the like button, and write in the comments below which games you're planning to watch today. And while you're typing, we proceed to start. Let's get the show on the pitch. Villarreal winger Arnaud Danjuma has joined Everton on loan. The agreement does not include an option or obligation to buy in the summer. Juventus will launch an appeal against the decision to hand the White and Blacks a 15-point deduction in Serie A for financial irregularities and false accounting. Mexico's Pumas have announced the termination of defender Dani Alves' contract. The Brazilian is currently detained in Barcelona, facing charges of sexual assault. It's not that we had to sign only 20, 21, 22 years olds. That's not the plan. We need to have a balance, and at the moment we have a really good balance in the squad, Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta stated. Inter Milan are in talks with AS Roma's Chris Smalling over his free transfer in the summer. Chelsea have spent £414.5 million on 14 signings under Todd Boehly. Dean Henderson could be out for 4 weeks at Nottingham Forest with a thigh injury. Real Madrid have no intention of letting midfielder Eduardo Camavinga out in the winter transfer window. Chelsea is the best club in London, of course. I'm really pleased to join one of the best clubs in the world. To return to England and play in the Premier League is a dream for me, Chelsea newcomer Noni Madueke noted. Real Madrid did not plan to change its lineup until the end of the current season. Ansel Kimpembe wants to try himself at another league, while PSG are hoping to keep the performer in the squad. Olympiacos left-back Marcelo may move to Al Nassr, journalist Aaron Dominguez reports. Arsenal wanted to pay Martin Zubimendi's €60 million clause to sign him this month, but the player rejected the offer. AS Roma have rejected West Ham's offer for Nicola Zaniolo, as the Hammers tied the deal to an obligation to buy based on their Premier League position. Milan Skriniar is eager to receive a sign-on bonus worth around €25 million for signing a contract with PSG. Eden Hazard has twisted his ankle, picking his 17th injury in 3.5 years at Real Madrid. The clash between Liverpool and Chelsea marked the 1000th game of Jurgen Klopp's managerial career. It's a crazy number, honestly, 1000, but the beard is now really grey. That was not the case when I arrived in Liverpool, Jurgen joked. Chelsea are keen on signing both right-back and centre-back in the winter. Borussia Dortmund are unlikely to recruit Manchester United winger Anthony Elanga, journalist Sven Westerschulze understands. Alves' situation? It's difficult to comment on a situation like this. I'm surprised, shocked, because I know Dani very well, Xavi is quoted as saying by Marca. A 15-point penalty? The Europa League can allow us to reach the Champions League, and we have 60 points available in the league, Massimiliano Allegri noted. Only Juventus is sanctioned for capital gain, even if it's used by all clubs. Claudio Marchisio defended his former club. Ukrainian winger Mikhailo Mudryk has made his official Chelsea debut. The 22-year-old footballer came on as a substitute in the 55th minute of the Premier League battle against Liverpool. He became the 9th Ukrainian to play in the Premier League. Besiktas have confirmed the signing of Vincent Aboubakar, mentioning Ronaldo's arrival to Al Nassr in the player's video presentation. Man United are prepared to offer Alejandro Garnacho a new 8-year contract, which will become the longest deal ever offered by the club. Everton winger Anthony Gordon is close to signing a new contract with the Toffees, Mark Douglas claims. Portuguese manager Paulo Bento will be appointed Poland's new head coach, TVP Sport notifies. Cesar Azpilicueta has become the first foreign player to make 500 appearances for Chelsea. I would be really excited about the new kid Mudryk if I was a Chelsea fan. He reminded me a little bit of Arjen Robben. Steven Gerrard shared his impressions. Striker Youssoufa Moukoko has renewed his contract with Borussia Dortmund. The new agreement with the 18-year-old footballer is valid until June 30, 2026, while the previous one would have expired at the end of the season. Arsenal have opened talks to acquire right-back Ivan Fresneda from Real Valladolid. Atletico's newbie Memphis Depay has made his debut for the Spanish club. The 28-year-old Dutchman entered the pitch instead of Alvaro Morata in the 75th minute of the home match versus Real Valladolid, 3-0. Manchester City have completed the transfer of Valo Sarsfield defensive midfielder Maxima Perrone. The player's contract will be calculated until June 2028. Spezia centre-back Jakub Kiwior has undergone a medical at Arsenal. An agreement lasting for 5.5 years will be penned with the footballer. Everton have taken only 35 points in 38 Premier League games with Frank Lampard in charge. "I'll keep working, the only way I know," the manager stated. Now we give you all the latest results of yesterday's matches. Moving on to the main news of the release. Let's have a brief rewind of yesterday's fixtures. Starting off with Serie A, where we are to highlight Napoli taking another 3 points. This time the Partenopians slammed Salernitana 0-2, with Di Lorenzo and Osimhen securing the result clear. Meanwhile in La Liga, we note the 3-0 victory of Atletico Madrid over Real Valladolid. Morata, Griezmann and Hermoso got the job done. At last, the Premier League, where all eyes were in the duel between Liverpool and Chelsea. The pensioners acted more sharply and could have taken the lead, though the Red Devils' defense withstood their pressure well. Fortunately or not, the match eventually ended with a 0-0 deadlock. Alright, back to the main event of the day. After the French Football Federation extended the contract of Didier Deschamps, Zinedine Zidane decided to resume his coaching career, according to Le Sport. It's noted that the 50-year-old Frenchman will be happy to be back to Juventus, which he represented from 1996 to 2001. As for this moment, the team from Turin is coached by Massimiliano Allegri. Zizou's main competitor for his replacement is Tottenham boss Antonio Conte. Manchester United are keeping tabs on Inter Milan striker Lautaro Martinez, according to Calciomercato. The 25-year-old Argentine is among candidates to bolster the problematic forward position in the summer. Earlier on, rumors emerged about the Red Devils prioritizing the option to recruit Harry Kane from Tottenham Hotspur. At the same time, Inter will be open to sell Martinez for only 100+ million euros. Lautaro is also expected to replace Kane at Spurs in case Harry joins United camp. Barcelona are still weighing up the candidacy of Inter Milan midfielder Marcelo Brozovic to strengthen the team's squad. As reported by Mundo Deportivo, the Catalan side will try to take the Croatian on loan after the failed negotiations regarding a potential swap deal for Frank Kessie, a 6-month agreement with an obligatory right of redemption. The 30-year-old footballer is set to join Barcelona, though the Catalans cannot afford a full-fledged transfer already in the winter because of the spending limit. Barcelona are interested in acquiring Chelsea midfielder Hakim Ziyech, Sport S informs. Blaugrana think of the 29-year-old as a replacement for Memphis Depay, who recently switched to Atletico. The Moroccan was on the club's list of priorities as recently as last winter, but Barca went for Ferran Torres and Adama Traoré back then. Chelsea in turn doesn't mind letting Ziyech out and are open to consider a swap deal for midfielder Frank Kessie. The publication Marca has clarified what punishment threatens the former Barcelona defender Dani Alves under Spanish law if he is proven guilty of sexual assault. The 39-year-old Brazilian could be sent to prison for between 4 to 12 years if convicted. Alves admitted to being at the nightclub but claims he was only there for a short time, denying any sexual assault accusations alleged by the victim. However, according to the opinion of the investigating judge, his words contradict the evidence gathered by the Catalan police force, who questioned several witnesses, including security staff at the nightclub. Barcelona are considering a possible return of Lionel Messi as a free agent next summer. The matter is evidenced by the statement from the most authoritative local journalist Gerard Romero, which he addressed to Barca president Joan Laporta. Why don't we call Messi and let him do his last dance at the Camp Nou in the Kings League final? Agüero could call him. Laporta is a supporter of the idea of Messi's grand return, but everything will depend on the financial situation the club will find itself in the summer. Folks, check out the suggested videos from our other projects. Have a good time watching, and see you soon!